right, boys and girls, you have learned all about how a spider spins a web. You have sequenced the steps that the spider takes to make a web, and now you are going to make your own web using your ruler, your black square paper, and a white crayon. So make sure you have those things, and then I'm going to show you how to draw a web like a spider. The first thing you need to do, boys and girls, is find one spot on your paper in the middle and make a white dot. Then you're going to use your ruler and you are going to run the ruler through the white dot. So you're going to find the white dot and run the ruler through the middle of it any way that you like, as long as your ruler is touching the white dot. Okay, so once your ruler is touching the white dot, we are going to take our white crayon and we are going to write on the paper, but we're going to use the edge of the ruler to help us. We're going to drag our crayon along the edge of the ruler, and we're going to make a line that goes through the white dot. Okay, we're going to turn our paper a little bit, and we're going to keep our ruler going through the white dot. We're going to make another line that goes right through the middle of the dot. We're going to keep turning and keep making lines that go through the middle of the dot. Now, spiders are pretty symmetrical, and they're pretty good about spreading out their webs in a way that there's the same amount of space in between each of these threads of silk. But it's okay. If you don't get yours perfectly spaced, it will still look just fine. All right? Once you do that a few times, I would say this is plenty of time. So I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. I think 5's plenty. If you do too many, the next part will take you a long time. Okay, so the next step that the spider does, once all of these threads are in place, and these threads are attached to trees or other things that they like to attach their web to, maybe in a window, okay, then they make the lines that go along the inside of the web. And they start in the middle, and it's like making a little circle. They're spinning lines that attach to the other threads, and they go all through the middle, and they curve a little bit. And they probably aren't really curving. It's probably just what it looks like when we look at a spider web. Maybe the wind's blowing, and it's making it curve a little bit, or it's the angle that we're looking at it. But when we see a web, we see curved lines in between these straight lines. Maybe they just hang down a little bit. They're a little loose, okay, because they're not pulling on a tree or pulling on a windowsill. So we're going to keep going around, and they're not big, swoopy curves. They're just little light curves, boys and girls. It's like you're making, if you ever draw little birds in the sky on your pictures. It's not really like a W or a U. That would be a really deep curve. It's just a little bit of a curve. Okay, and I'm giving myself about a finger's distance in between each set of lines as I curve, and I make a little curved line in between each of these lines. Okay, and remember, you can always pause this video and if I'm going too fast, and you can catch up to me at any time. So I'm going to curve, I'm going to keep doing that until I get to the outside of my paper. As you get to the bigger curves, make sure you're giving it it's almost a straight line. It's a really small curve. Okay, and I'm also leaving a little bit more space between my lines. A little bit more space. Okay. And I'm going to do that, boys and girls, until I'm almost drawing off the paper. See that I didn't have room to draw my curve over here, so I just let it go right off the edge of the paper. Keep going, drawing curved lines, and keep going, okay, until all the lines. Now look over here, I still have a little bit of room, so I'm going to go ahead and make my curved lines over there and fill in that space a little bit. Boys and girls, look, you have an awesome web. And you made it just like a spider, if spiders used crayons and black paper. But spiders use silk, so it looks like their web, but it's the same steps that they take to make it. And, boys and girls, you have a little toy spider that you used when you did your math, and you could glue one of those on here, and wouldn't that be a cool picture? Make sure you turn this over and write your name on the back, so that you always know that you made this beautiful work of art. Good job, boys and girls.